Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host of the most, as always, Francois878. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Spira throwing daggers introduced in update 17.4.5. And we're going to be walking you guys through a short 3-Forma build that will take advantage of this weapon's insane critical hit chance. Now, as far as how this weapon behaves, it does 55 base damage, distributed mostly in puncture and slash, which is the same base damage as the Stalker's Despair. Now, what this particular dagger has over the Despair is a crazy good critical hit chance at 25% base crit chance. Now that is absolutely something you want to take advantage of in any build that you make. The crit chance on the Despair, I believe, is 2.5 or 5%. It's very low, very unreliable. So that right there makes this weapon far better in terms of just raw DPS. Now, as far as what this weapon came with, as far as mod polarities come, it was awesome. It comes with 2 offensive mod polarities, which are the V-shaped ones. They're very useful. As far as this build goes, this is a 3-Forma build, like I said. I added 1 more V polarity for my Lethal Torrent, and I added 2 utility mod polarities for my 2 90% elemental damage mods. Now, as far as the mods that are actually on the weapon, as you can see, obviously Hornet Sting, Barrel Diffusion, and Lethal Torrent. Those are for your multi-shot and your pure damage. Pistol Gambit for the increased crit chance. Even the regular Pistol Gambit will get your crit chance to 55%. Now, this build will also accommodate a primed Pistol Gambit. I should want to say that. I didn't actually have one, so I can't show it to you guys, but there should be plenty of space on the weapon for even a maxed primed Pistol Gambit. So that's what you guys can run if you have that with the same build. As far as the elemental mods go, some people are going for all 4 being the 90% damage mods. Personally, I like to go half and half 90%, half the dual stat, 60% elemental damage, 60% status chance. With 2 of the dual stat mods on this weapon, you will be proccing about 25% of the time, which isn't great, but it's something, at least. So there's a decent chance that you may proc occasionally. Also, it's also cheaper to fit those particular mods into your weapons over the 90% mods. So, but if you guys want to throw more Forma into this weapon, be my guest. If you guys want the full, 90% damage, that's kind of up to everyone's their own interpretation. This is my build. It's fairly cheap. 3-Forma isn't too bad. As far as my opinion on this weapon, I'm not a big fan. It is the personification of power creep. This weapon does the same base damage as the Despair, which is the Stalker's throwing dagger secondary that drops off of him occasionally. But with the insane crit chance that you have on this weapon, there's really no reason you would ever re-equip the Despair once you had this weapon, which I'm not a big fan of. The Despair is an RNG blueprint that drops off of not a difficult mini-boss, but off of a mini-boss that spawns also at an RNG rate. It's very difficult to get, and it should be the best throwing dagger in the game. And that's just how it should be. The Spira is a dagger that can be purchased. The blueprint can be purchased with credits from the marketplace, and it can be built for a fairly reasonable number of resources. It's not difficult to get your hands on. So to get this, you know, the top tier throwing dagger in the game for almost nothing, and then having, you know, to wait 40 hours for the despair, but that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.